Hi, nice to see you again. It's Graham Martin, the recruitment guy from orchardjobs.com. Today we're going to be talking about something which strikes fear into the hearts of many employees, many people that are moving jobs for the very first time, and that's the resignation process. So today I'm going to give you some top tips, things to keep you focused, things that will hopefully make it a little bit less uncomfortable and a little less potentially painful than you might think. The first thing to remember is that your employer has probably had somebody resign before today. So please don't think that this is going to be necessarily as painful for them as it is for you. You're probably quite nervous. In most companies they have a turnover of staff that leave every 2 to 3 to 4 years. So just remember that think about yourself and don't be too concerned that they're going to break down in tears. In fact, they might be thrilled that you're going on to get a better job, something which is more interesting, which is more in line with your qualifications or your achievements. Or maybe they thought you were a rubbish employee and actually can't wait to get rid of you. But let's just think about, from your point of view, what you're feeling. So you're excited about your new job, you've got to go and resign, and what I suggest you do is write out your letter a couple of times before and really nail it. Make it short, sweet and succinct. Thank them for the opportunity of working with their company. Advise them that you are moving on. Advise them that you'd like to leave on a certain day and you might need to check your contract of employment to make sure that that fits in. And make sure that you thank them for their time. And that's it. That's all you really need to do. Now, in some big companies, you might not be able to see the boss, whoever he or she is. You might need to post the letter to HR. But try, wherever you possibly can, is to talk to the line manager and thank them and make sure that they acknowledge that you've actually resigned. Now, in my experience, there's a time of, let's say, a month between resignation and you taking your new job. And that's a time when you can probably make or break your post-employment reference. So keep focused, work hard, don't be disrespectful to your employer, don't go behind their back and say lots of negative things, because it will get back to them, and you want to make sure that the reference you get is as crisp and as positive as possible. Now, I know there's a lot of legislation, can't even say it, a lot of legislation about references and what you should and what you shouldn't say. But just remember that an employer is still inclined to have the opportunity to put in a positive or a neutral or maybe even a negative element about your reference. So please work hard in the month between you handing in your notice and you're leaving. And the day you walk out with your head high, that you know you did a great job. Also though, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're a great employee, that your current employer will come back to you between you resigning and you starting your new job and offer you more money or a promotion or some other incentive to stay. In my experience, and I've seen some statistics pulled together by my great friend Romney Rawls, hi Romney if you're watching, is that 85% of people that decide to stay with their old company after they've handed notice in and been offered a promotion or a bit more money, 85% of those people leave within 9 months of that counter offer being made. And the reason is that whilst they might be happy with another couple of £1,000 for a short period of time, maybe a slight promotion or maybe a slightly smarter office, essentially the reason they left the company in the first place is still there. Maybe it's too far. Maybe they find the company a bit boring. Maybe they don't enjoy working with their colleagues or their boss. So if you are considering staying with your company from a counter offer, I'd ask you to think twice. And also I'd ask you to think, well, why didn't they make that counter offer, the additional money or the promotion up front? Why did it have to be down to you to resign before you got that extra offer? And also the employer will often think that despite they've made a counter offer, they've secured that employee's employment for maybe another year or so, they often wonder whether they can really trust that person, whether they're really there because they want to be there or actually they're just there because they got another couple of £1,000. The trust has been broken, it's been shattered. So please think about that very, very closely. If you're going to leave, make sure you really mean it, because once you resigned, you should go. You really should. And as I say, 85% of people that accept counteroffer, they go within 9 months. So if you're going to go, get it done. So I hope that's given you some useful practical tips about the resignation process. Yeah, it's slightly uncomfortable, but it doesn't have to be painful. If you plan it well and you communicate effectively, it shouldn't be a disaster. And indeed, oftentimes, bosses will say to the employee, you know what, I'm really glad that you're moving on, because you've reached your limit in this company. Maybe we can't help you grow. It's obvious to me that you need a bigger stage on which to perform. So, you know, please remember that employers will often come back with something which is very, very positive. But do please work hard in your last month or 2 weeks of working there. Don't sully your previous good work by bad behaviour or bad-mouthing the company. In the next video blog, we're going to be talking about what to do on the very first day in your new job. So I hope you're looking forward to that. So from now, from me, from Graham Martin, the recruitment guy, from orchardjobs.com, goodbye.